Hello everybody and welcome back to Banished. I think I'm going to do a full stop, turn around, go backwards, start over. I'm going to start a new game, and I'm actually going to do a bit of a challenge sort of map this time. I'm going to go with an Adam and Eve challenge, and oh good, it explains it just right here. Start with just 2 people with a small amount of stuffs, no structures, nothing else. So our goal in this series will be to start with just 2 people and grow that into a community. And I'll talk about that more as we actually start the game. I'm going to pick a random name. Towner works. Going to pick a random seed. That works. If you're playing this game in the vanilla state, valleys and mountains are going to be your 2 choices. And I think I'm going to go with valleys just because these are pretty cool in a way, but I don't really like them all that much for playing games. I'm going to play on valleys. Valleys will have a lot more open space than mountains, so mountains is going to be a lot harder. You can't have as many as big centralized locations. Gonna stick with, the normal mild climate. Disasters off like last time. And let's jump into this. Now let's think about this. We got 2 people, right? So let's say there was a shipwreck. This is the new world. This is 1665, let's say. I made that number right up off the top of my head. There's a shipwreck on the coast. These 2 people are the only people who survived the shipwreck. They were able to gather a little bit of supplies, a little bit of tools, a little bit of food. So they got 75 firewood, 20 tools, and 2,000 potatoes. So I guess the ship they were on was a ship carrying potatoes to the New World. No, probably that doesn't make sense, because potatoes are a New World crop. So they were a ship carrying potatoes to the Old World. We got Yandin and Lynetta are our 2 shipwreck survivors. This is our starting area right here. This is actually pretty good. It's right on the coast. That's nice. Well, coast. It's a lake, but a river. But that's going to be important later on. So let me bring up 2 little UI sort of things. The professions. They start off as a laborer. And this Towner, which shows us our resource count and all of that. So we have no logs, no stone, no iron. Only 75 fuel, firewood, but you can also have coal and charcoal, stored materials like glass, like bricks, that kind of thing. We got none of that. Only 20 tools, 2,000 food, no medicine, no herbs, and no clothes, and no alcohol. We're gonna need to fix that ASAP. Yeah, but just kidding. So early on, when you just start a game, there's usually 3 types of buildings that are going to be the first buildings you're going to want to build. Notice these guys have no place to live yet, so I'm going to want to find a house for them to put down. Think just a simple wooden house. Doesn't require that many resources. 16 logs and 8 stone, and they can live right there on this little nook. And we want to give them a house first, because we need to get them to move into the house and start making babies if this town is going to survive and spread to a larger population. Now you might be thinking, there's only 2 people. That's a pretty small gene pool. There's going to be a lot of incest going on. Yeah, well, this is a simple game. It was made by 1 person. There is no genetic downside to incest, so we're gonna have to have, brother and sister, but let's not dwell on that. Now, we don't have any resources to build that house yet, so we're gonna need some wood and some stone. So these right here are stone. Let's go ahead and get them to get rid of that. They're gonna mine that, hopefully. Why are you not helping? Go help them dig that. I should probably put down a stockpile so that they have somewhere to put it. Right? Now she's going to do it. She's going to take the stone, put it in the stockpile, which was kind of pointless because you're going to take it right over there. So that was all that stone. That wasn't a lot. That was only 2. We're going to need some more stone. Collect all of that. Meanwhile, I'll make this stockpile a little bit bigger. There we go. Why you guys no cut down rock? Hey, Lynette, be useful. Also gonna want some logs, so we're gonna cut down all these trees right here. I'm gonna fast forward time while they do that. And they'll also be bringing the resources over to this house. So this is pretty much the job of a laborer in a nutshell. The laborers will clear the resources you tell them to, and they will bring the resources over to buildings you plan on building. So we got the framework done. Notice the foundation of the house, so I'm going to put somebody on as a builder. Lynette, are you going to be the builder now? No, Yandon, you're the builder. So he's going to start building that house. Well, what's her name? Lynetta is going to finish clearing those resources I told her to clear. Okay. Slow back time down. So now we got 20 logs, 4 stone left over. That's not going to be nearly enough. Let's chop down some more of those trees. Grab this stone right here and that stone right there. Get some more trees. There she goes. This house is coming along nicely. He broke his tool, so he went back and grabbed another one. And boom, the house is complete, and they will move in. And they'll bring some food and some firewood over. Speaking of firewood, that's going to be the next thing I'm going to need to think about. Because firewood is very important, because come winter, they're going to need to warm their homes with firewood, or else they may die of cold. So I'm going to want a place where they can cut logs into firewood, and I will put that probably right here. And put him back in a laborer for the time being. And then the third type of building that you really should think about early on in the game, especially if you don't start with Adam and Eve, but you start with one of the normal start settings where you have a lot more people, you're going to need to start collecting food ASAP. I actually think I'm going to start with a farm and not a building, because we got all this open space right here. It's spring. I might just be able to get in on a harvest this season. So I'm only going to be able to put one person in at the farm, so I don't want to make it too big. I think 5 by 8. Good. What's our crop type that we got? That's right, Adam and Eve starts with no crops. Now, there is a mod that's essentially a cheat engine. Now, I'm not going to be using this the whole time. I'm only going to be using this once, and I'm going to make all crop seeds available. Alright, now to make sure I'm not tempted to use it again to help me out of a tricky situation, I'm going to quickly save if the game will let me. Save. I'm going to remove the debug menu from the mod list, so I am no longer tempted to use it if I suddenly run out of food. If I run out of food and my people die, that's it. But just to speed things along a little bit, I made all crop types available to me. There's like 10 or 12, probably 10 crop types from the base game, and then Colonial Charter added a bunch. I actually don't even think vanilla Banished had 10, probably like 5. Beans, beetroots, cabbage, carrots, corn, pepper, potatoes, and that's it, and wheat. Okay? So farmer, let me find farmer on the profession list and assign one of them to work as our farmer. What shall we plant? Let's plant some cabbage. And hopefully whoever I assigned as a farmer will immediately start working on that. Yandon, get to work. Alright. So hopefully we can get this harvested before winter comes, and it's a very small field, so it shouldn't be that hard to do. Meanwhile, she's going to finish clearing out these resources and bringing them over to the woodcutter. Have we got a baby yet? Come on, fix that. Alright, got the framework for the woodcutter built, so I'm going to put Lynette in as a builder now. And we shall get started building that. No baby yet. Come on, you guys. One thing I do want to point out, you'll see their age is going up even though it hasn't even been 4 seasons yet. That is because the solo creator of this game made the decision to make it so that they age more than 1 year per year. That just helps the progression of this game go along, because this game can be a very long game, and even more so if you're playing Adam and Eve, where you have to start from two people. So it's only been 2 seasons and they're already like 2 years older, and maybe only 1 year older. So the woodcutter is coming along. Oh, was that a baby I saw? It was. Rake, baby boy. When he turns 10, that is when he is declared an adult, and he'll be able to go out and act as a laborer or any other profession, and he'll also be able to move out on his own into a new house. But I'm not going to build a new house for him until we've got somebody for him to move in with. So woodcutter's done. Now, should we run out of firewood, I can put somebody in here to chop these logs into firewood. But don't need any firewood at the moment. We've only got 1 house to heat up, so we shouldn't need that much. I'm just going to move all resources. I don't care what kind they are. And you can see right here we got some iron. Iron's going to be useful when we need to start making tools. We only got 17, so hurry up, guy. Harvest faster. Alright, the stockpile is getting pretty full. I'm going to expand it. And if I wanted to, I could make specialized stockpiles, so when this woodcutter cuts wood, you put firewood right there. But I'm not going to specialize anything just yet. I'm just going to make one big one right behind the woodcutter. So when I clear all those resources, they'll put it right there. Speed up time again. 30% harvest. It's late summer. This might be cutting it close. So yeah, that kid's pretty much useless until he becomes an adult. He's just going to hang around. Oh, harvesting. Wow. That was fast. How many cabbage are we going to get from a 5x8 farm? 113? That could be better. Now, once farmers have all cleared out their crops for the season, they will automatically act as a laborer until the next season, until the next spring. This is a pretty good thing when you have a bunch of farms and you don't want to have to manually take them out of the farming profession and into the labor profession. Though you could do that if you wanted to, especially if I wanted to take someone off of the farmer and onto the woodcutter. I will still have a laborer out there doing something. And it'll be Lynette. She'll be cutting some firewood. Fuel limit of 200, that's fine. So she'll automatically stop working once A, you hit the fuel limit, which we probably won't hit, we don't have that many logs. B, if she runs out of resources to make firewood logs. Or if I tell her to stop working. Alright, here comes winter. We got a new baby yet? No, come on, make a new baby, please. Alright, 130, it's good. Don't need any more firewood at the moment. Nope. You guys are done clearing that stuff out. Take out this stuff too. me just take a look at this area. This isn't a bad area to start with. We got access to the coast, we can build a fishing dock. We've also got these mountains where we can stick a mine and mine for some iron. Speaking of which, we've already filled up the stockpile. Wow. I want to especially get all of this stone and any of the iron in this area, of which there is none. That little bit of iron right here was all the iron. There is some across the river. But I don't think they can cross the river without a bridge. But maybe it's worth putting a bridge in. 4 wood and 1 stone per unit of length, so 28 logs and 7 stone. We can do that. Let me prioritize it so they do it right now. Go bring the resources over there, please. Alright, one more stone. There we go. And I want both of you building it. So build it faster. Come on, go build it. What are you doing? You're cold and you're finding someplace warm. Alright, alright. It's late winter. I actually want to put one person back on the farm so that they'll automatically go back when it's spring. Now finish the bridge though, so that we can get over here. There we go. Gonna want this iron. Need more iron close by? No. Might as well grab some stone as well. And what the hell? Cut down those trees. Alright, that's enough resource gathering over here. Don't worry about those last things. I think it's about time I put down the blueprint for a blacksmith so we can make some tools once we run out. That's going to require a lot of stone and more iron than I have. Oops. So maybe I'm not ready for that yet. Where is there some iron? There's some iron over here, so go grab that iron for right now. You harvesting yet? Almost. Now, I do believe I forgot to explain exactly why I wanted to go ahead and get all of these crops available at the start. That's because several of these crops are actually fairly important later on in the game. So the prime example is either flax or hemp, either of which could be used to make rope. And rope is fairly important for some end game, well not really end game, but later in the game, buildings will require you to have some rope. See, there's also cotton. Cotton you can be used to make cloth, which can be used to make clothes and other things. So I really didn't want to have to wait till I got a trader, or then wait for a trader to come that had the crop seed that I needed, or then have to pay, or have to trade him a ridiculously large amount of things for that one crop seed. That would just take forever, and this is already going to be a very drawn out game. So I went ahead and used that one sheet to get all those seeds. So now I can plant whatever I want. But I've decided that, you know, this one 5x8 farm is only getting you 100 crops per year, actually. Per spring, summer, fall. So once he harvests this, I'm actually going to build a building out here in the wild called a gatherer's hut. Gatherer's hut will collect roots and berries and mushrooms and all those things. And unlike a farm, it'll work year round. And it'll collect more edibles, basically, per year than the farm can, than one 5x8 farm can give you. Now if I had more people, I could make like a 15x10 farm, even more people. Still no baby. This might be a rather short series if I can't get enough children out of these first people. Anyway, so that farm's done. Let's go find the gatherer. So it's going to take 30 logs and 12 stone, which we can do. I'm going to want to put it out in the forest, so I'll put it out here. And that circle you see is the radius that the workers will collect food from. I'll put it right there. So it looks like they're still out here collecting this iron. We're up to 38. I'll let them finish that. We still got a large amount of food. We're not terribly worried about it yet. We are really using up a lot of storage space though. Where did I put that gatherer out there? So we'll have to clear out all those logs and anything else that's on that area. Then they'll bring all the resources over. I didn't realize I put somebody in the builder yet. I don't want you there yet. I want you just as a laborer. Because builders won't, to my knowledge, come out and clear the area. Which way am I? Let me get my bearings. Alright, this is coming along. They're bringing the logs over now. This takes a while because I've only got 2 people to do it from, because the kid's so totally useless. He can't even carry resources from point A to point B. He just wanders around. He's probably gonna get eaten by a lion if he's not careful. Just kidding, there aren't predatory animals in this game. Come on, bring the stone over, guys. Come on. This is your only food source now. Alright, there we go. And I want both of you to build it, so it gets done ASAP. What are you going for now? Getting something to eat. Alright, so they are working on it. There's one of them at least. Now where are you going? Gathering fuel? I see, is your house out of fuel? You've already got 31 firewood there. You don't need 56 for the whole winter, do you? It's so wasteful. Alright, but it's coming along nicely. How old is our little boy now? 7, and we got a girl? Perfect. And that's built. I'm going to assign 1 person to work here permanently. And so now I only got 1 laborer to work here, but that'll be fine. Let me find something for him to do. Like gathering stone right here. Actually, I could have the person work the farm during the spring and summer, then work as a laborer during the rest of the time. I actually want to build up some more firewood again though. So once she clears out that stone, I'll have her chop some more firewood. I think I may actually build a stockpile on this side of the bridge so you don't have to walk all the way across it to drop off things. So it's been about a quarter of a year, and you already got 44, 44, and 22. So you already got 100 different food items. And season starts in spring. That's why we're starting over now here with the 22 blueberries. Did you get all that stone? Looks like it. Let's get some more firewood. I'm actually gonna set the limit at 150. And I'll let you work till you reach the limit. Rack A is 2 years away. Well, probably only 1 full year. but you know, 2 years away from being someone who can work as a laborer. Oh, I forgot to uncheck that. Bum, 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 bum. Music's pretty great. And there he comes, bringing his supply of food over. Maybe I build a storage cart over here next time. Well, no, that wouldn't be do any good, because if these guys want to bring food to their house, they'd have to walk all the way over here. Right? So that symbol means they've reached the limit of firewood. So might as well bring you off. And let me go find some more things for you to clear out. Let's see, why don't I find the biggest trees, which will probably be the oldest trees, and have you chop them down. I want to leave the younger ones, like this one, like that one, so they can grow a little bit. Alright, go chop those down. Still got 13 tools left. I'm going to need to build a blacksmith sooner or later. Is there a max population this house can have? I don't know. I know this wooden shack can only host 3, and it's a little bit smaller, it requires a little bit less resources. But we're trying to grow our population as fast as possible, so a limit of 3 people per house. So, you know, 2 parents and the kid. That's not that ideal. So it's summer. He's already got 200 food units, so yeah, gather us up. It's much better than a single farm. We should go ahead and use the remove structures tool to get rid of that, so I can build something else in that area, like a blacksmith. You're idling because you got nothing to do. Why don't you start bringing the resources over to this blacksmith then? Bada boom. $55 stone, we got enough stone for that. Wait, who is that? And why is he bringing resources over? It's probably Rocket, because he just became a gatherer, so he replaced his father. Actually, that's fairly weird. I don't know why he did that. But yeah, we got Rocket in the pool now, so we got 2 laborers plus a gatherer. That's very nice. Alright, that's that. I'll assign 1 person to be the builder. Well, maybe we want to cut down those trees for some more logs. And unpause the game. Spacebar is the hotkey for pause, so you don't have to come in here and hit that. Blacksmith's coming along nicely. Oh, that storage cart's almost full, so I'm going to need to build another one. And this is from a mod building supply carts. I will put it right here. And yet this is telling me storage for produced goods is near capacity. So that's near capacity. Auto saving. Hurry up and finish building this, please. Alright, so we got a blacksmith for when we need it. I think I'll wait till we get down to 5 tools. Then I'll have him put a smaller limit on there. Actually, what the heck, it's a winter. Let's have somebody working there now. Don't need a builder anymore. Actually, do we? No, we don't. That's built. Awesome. Right, but now I need to find some more stone. There's some right there, there's some right there. And some right there. Let's get all of it. Now, I don't have nearly enough resources to build a trade depot yet, but I want to make sure it'll fit on this coast. Right there, right there. So we'll fit right here. Awesome. You see it requires 80 logs and 80 stone. So I'm going to hold off on that. Though that will be fairly important in the future, so we can trade some things like firewood, we can trade for food, or tools, or clothes. Oh, you're up to 30 already? That was fast. Well, I guess you're only making crude tools. Those are fairly quick, but they're fairly weak. Iron tools are a little bit stronger. They'll last longer. But you're done. So now we have 2 laborers again. Yeah, one person at the gatherer's hut is making like 200, 300 food gathered per year, compared to 100 per year from that stupid farm. But we can do better though, if we stick someone on a fishing hut. Right there. It's a great place for a fishing hut. Actually, that's just a waste of resources. Let's stick one more person maybe in the gatherer's hut. We could have as many as 4. See how many will compare. 1 person's season to 2 people's season. That means I'm only gonna have 1 person out there cutting all these rocks. Alright, we're back up to 68 stone. This is taking too long and I want to do some more things. I want to cancel the removal of all of the rest of the stone. Except now I need to remember what it was I wanted to do next. I think I was going to go ahead and put down a shore house right here. Can I squeeze that in there? Right there, sure. That's gonna take 30 logs. I wish I could speed time a little bit faster than this. And I have this wooden house menu here pinned to the top, so it'll follow me wherever I go, because as soon as Nishalin, the Nishalin girl, gets a little bit older, I'm gonna need to build a new house so that she and her brother can go move into, start a family of their own. Hopefully I can get 1 more baby out of these 2. Hopefully. Our average health is very low because we don't have anybody out there gathering herbs. Come on. We're almost out of logs. Wow. I need to be cutting down some more trees next. I'm gonna go ahead and build this, even though I'm not sure I'm gonna stick anybody in there to work it yet. Maybe when Nishalin comes of age, I'll have her work here for maybe a year. Let's go check in on the gathering hut. How's it doing? Wow, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, close to 700. Compared to 100, 200, 300. Yeah, that's about double. Getting a ton of food from that. Still got 100 firewood. Oh, we got a new baby. And Nishalin's 9 years old, so let's go ahead and get a new house set up. I want to put it over here, closer to the gathering hut. Right there. And this is built. So the things you can do from a shore house, you can dig sand, you can dig clay, and you can catch food. So sand you can use to make glass, and clay you can use to make bricks, and I think there may be 1 or 2 other uses for clay as well that I'm not remembering. So I'm going to need to be making bricks sometime so that I can upgrade this blacksmith. What are we low on? We're low on logs, yes I know. Going to want to upgrade, the blacksmith to a smithy, which requires 32 bricks. And then we can make steel tools, which are even better. And then I think we can also make joists from a smithy, which are used to make really big buildings. Alright, I know you're making a lot of food, but I'm going to need 1 more laborer, because I'm going to want to cut down all these trees right there. Nishan is almost of age. Pause it until she turns 10 years old. Now what the hell, go ahead and finish it. Come on, builder, finish it. Where's my builder at? Builder. Builder. Thank you. And Rocket and Nishalan moved into their own house. Lovely. I'm gonna go ahead and put one person back in there. We've got our 2 gatherers again, or our 2 laborers, excuse me. I need to find some iron somewhere on the map, hopefully. Somewhere there's a little bit. Oh, that's pretty far away. I don't want to go collecting that. Some right here. Let's grab just a little bit. Alright, I think I'm going to need to put someone back into the woodcutter, make a little bit more firewood. I think 123 is good enough. 43 actually. So let's see what other building options I have. So we just need to focus on food and getting more citizens. Come on. I need babies. There are nomads in this game that could come around randomly and ask to join your town, but there are some prerequisites for that. You need a town hall. It's fairly big and requires a lot of resources. You need a trading depot, and you need a market. Now with the mod, there's actually 2 types of markets. There's a small market and a larger market. They're the same size, just look a little bit differently. I don't think the nomads care about what type of market they are, 'cause it's the same functionality. Markets act like basically another place to store things like food, but you can assign someone to work in a market I mean, if I have a storage hut, like way over here, because I'm making a bunch of food over here, the people living over here don't want to walk all the way over there to get that food. So that's the single job. The person who works the market to go and collect food from all over, well, not necessarily food, but anything, and bring it to the market so that the people can walk to the market and back, as opposed to somewhere else. Alright, we got all those logs. Not nearly enough though. I want to deforest this whole part of the continent. Trees do grow back slowly on your own. You see the forest is slowly starting to creep around this house. I may build a forester's hut, forester lodge right here. And I can assign someone to work there, and that person can plant trees in addition to cutting them down. Let's go ahead and clear out those two. I think they count as food if we gather them. Speaking of food, what was the final count last year? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So yeah, what? Almost 1,000? Interesting. That's a lot of food. Youngin's about to be 40, and I think that's the end of fertility, is year 40. At least in this game. Ooh, but we got a big boy. And baby girl, that works out perfectly. There's only a 4-year difference between them two. It's good. 29 tools, 26 firewood, 68 stone, 22 iron. Alright everybody, I think that's going to wrap up this episode. I'm going to spend some time just clearing out resources and gathering supplies, and I'll see you all next time.